Hi everyone, finally we have some Stahleck videos for you. So this is the first one in round 1, and on table 1 we have Comm from France against Dennis Luke from Germany. With me on commentary is Sarah. Hi Sarah.
Hello.
So this is the first time we're doing a commentary on one of these videos with real cards, so apologies in advance if something goes wrong. As you can see, if you can see, we have Targaryen house with the red door, and the location is the one that is difficult to pronounce, the Skakhazadan or something like that, right? That's the one that after you reveal a plot you discard a card from your hand to gain 2 gold, 3 gold if it's a summer plot, which means the restricted card is almost certainly going to be exchange of information that can refill your hand. You get 3 gold from that. And Dennis is playing Star Crossing, surprise, surprise. Yeah, used to be a pretty good player, Dennis, with Star Crossing. Let's see if he still is. Limited setup for house with the red door, of course. Get some econ.
So it's still pretty okay, 3 cards.
Yeah, card in shadows, and on the other side we have econ, there is Bran, and the lady is, I think, Daisy.
Yes.
Daisy and Alicane are identical, but Alicane is not in the deck, right?
Hopefully not, because then that would be an illegal deck at that time, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a Star Crossing specialist, but I do sometimes play Daisy and Alicane in the same deck, and they are impossible to tell apart.
Yeah. Not really, but okay. So then it starts with the Withering Call. That's a classic opening for him, I think. And then I think on the other side it's Time of Plenty, right?
Yes.
Judging solely by the fact that they draw 3 cards in a moment here.
Yeah, so we don't know exactly if you will be able to hear the sound and the discussion between the players or just the commentary. So we'll let you know what they're talking about if it's something interesting. So Comm has to go first.
Yeah, and of course the discarded card for the location is Missandei, right?
Always is.
But to be fair, the location is now nulled, so that's minus 3 gold on the next plot, basically.
Yeah, it hurts quite a lot, the Withering Cold, and if he needs Great Hall, that's nulled as well. You can see his hand here actually, but yeah, I can't make out anything, so if you can, congratulations. Lots of characters, it seems.
So he does choose to kneel all the econ and plays the big Danny. So assuming there's also the big dragons.
Yeah, and if she uses her ability, that kneels the faction card as well, so that will be triggered once in 2 rounds. That's also quite a hit. Okay, Brown Man Plum needs some gold to be kept, so he keeps 2 gold. And he has knelt Great Hall to do this. And his location, which also, of course, he could have left standing if he didn't need the gold. So I'm guessing he has some burn in hand or something that he wants to play. And then is so the thing you look for with Withering Cold, of course, is either I am no one to have a character standing throughout the phase, or you need Grey John that can self-stand.
And there is 1 armory, so Daisy perhaps can stand another time.
Yeah, interesting. So I'm guessing Blood of the Dragon is not part of the plan of this deck, because if he played that in round 1, so Dicey had 2 strength, but as soon as Bran dies for Blood of the Dragon, Dicey then dies as well, so that would have done quite a lot, but yeah,
although
the other side can't support Blood of the Dragon very well either, can it?
Yeah, but yeah, with no, it's not summer plot, so only 2 gold there. The only characters dies, and with only, I don't know, is it 3 or 2 gold on the plot?
It's 2 gold.
So Dennis Marshall, in case people don't know, I think that's the Wolves of the North Sansa. So the one with 4 strength that strength decreases when Targ characters die.
And he marshals Mira. Doesn't care about Daenerys. Doesn't want to blank her.
Yeah, so you have Daenerys that you would want to blank. Or maybe let her bring one of the dragons out and then blank the dragon with Mira. That would be a possibility, but there is a card in Shadows, and I think it could be one of the assassins. So if it's hired assassin, which we'll see later, I think,
So
is in the deck.
Maybe that's what the gold is for. Yeah. Okay, so hard regrow without using it, so keeps that standing for next round. And 1 gold, so he can play I Am No One. And here comes Daenerys.
So she can search for a dragon or a title attachment. Probably want to get a dragon though.
Yeah, so I think did we briefly see Drogon there? So he kills all the strength 1 characters, and at the moment that's a minor disaster for Dennis, it seems.
So it doesn't work like Blood of the Dragon though, so it reduces, it does the AC, even if she reduces to 1, he can't kill her in the same reaction, right?
Right.
So it's a reaction to winning, and 3 of them die. Oh no! Yeah, I was thinking that Sansa would go to 0, but Sansa would go to 1, then Sansa would die as well, and then Daisy. But actually it doesn't work out, so 2 star characters would die, Sansa would go to 2, and poor fellows would not decrease her strength.
Yeah, but look at the board, right? So kills 3 before Dennis even can do challenges, then Sansa is left there with Dicey. Military claim has to happen as well, so Dicey's dupe goes.
Yeah, luckily there is a dupe. I think they're discussing this interaction now, how it would work if it would also reduce Sansa's strength to 1, but I don't think in one reaction he could kill her then, right?
No, he can kill strength 1 characters, and then whatever happens with the strength of the remaining characters happens, and Drogon doesn't interact with that.
Yes.
I mean, you could Nightmares Dicey, then Drogon gets her as well. And here is where Mira would be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so starting with intrigue, not military. he think there is some kind of cancel or something that can mess with his plans?
I don't think so, but I think, yeah, we see now. I have no one being played on Stanza.
And then his defense, so usually he would not defend much on the Withering Cold turn, but his characters will die. And what's that
And
that's gone for intrigue claim? Something weird.
I think it's a reducer.
Winterfell Steward.
Mm-hmm.
And he can defend with Poor Fellows because that's also going. And the dupe. Costly. However, Sansa can do her challenges.
Yeah, and now there's still opportunity to do all 3 crossing challenges.
But if there is a consuming flames, that could be pretty much game over.
Yeah. So I think this is now a power challenge initiated with strength 1.
Yeah, so I think the discussion is about Daisy's strength, is it? Daisy, so Sansa has lost the
strength.
Yeah, Sansa has lost the Stark affiliation, which means Daisy now counts herself only, so she's strength 1, and Sansa is strength 2 for the 2 dead Stark characters. Okay, so he takes the insight, and she's going to do the other challenge. Which Comm does not want to leave. And Daenerys.
Yeah, fair enough, gets renown and insight is also good to block.
And this actually is now going to be a successful crossing trigger. Doesn't care about this character, so anything that's nailed basically now is not that valuable for the following round. And there was no consuming flames, so he still has the 2 gold. Looks like he's not going to spend it.
So Drogon goes back to hand now, right? Yeah.
Yes. But the location, the Great Hall is nailed, and the Khazadan is nailed as well. Yeah, -2 for Sansa.
And dominance, I think, goes to Comm. He has 3 with the gold.
So does he bring the card out of shadows? The thing is, 2 gold is now going to waste. That's disappointing because he's nailed his econ to do this. I'm sure he had to have consuming flames, but looks like he doesn't.
Yeah, I was thinking he was gonna play the shadow card, but didn't choose to.
I think reserve is fine for both. So what do you do after Withering Cold in Star Crossing?
So I think it has Crown and has Winter Festival probably. Probably the higher-is that could be played, but not this round, right?
No, Daenerys can stay and play with 2 characters. Is there much to the wall? Because that could get rid of Sansa. keep the pressure on. Probably not. Okay, we can see the plots a little bit, but it's difficult to tell.
So
Palace of
there is
Sorrows.
exchange.
An exchange, and
like
now the 3 gold would be lovely, right, from the location, but it's knelt.
And Burn is
here.
not working, and Drogon is also not working.
Yeah, he is in hand, but difficult to actually play him now. So maybe Danis could have waited with Palace until next round. Although there could be, of course, there could be late Summer Feast in a deck like this, and then it is enough to play Drogon.
So you can see a little what he gets with exchange. He has Hired Assassin, and Pinch is the only attachment. He also had, like, I think 2 Freedmen, Dishonor, and
Dennis is looking at Consuming Flames and 2 copies of the Field of Fire. So gave him Consuming Flames. He's safe from it this round, but he knows now that it's in hand.
Yeah, but I'm now thinking that probably he had Hired Assassin in Shadows, right?
Yeah, that's very possible. And the last card. So, which character did he give him? Lisona or Friedman?
I think Lisona.
Okay.
I think Lisona. Friedman, I think Lisona would be hard to play, and Friedman can just be discarded for the location and put into play, I guess. And in this round would actually be better, right? A cheap character that can be put on the board. That would have 3 strength.
Yeah.
Plays King's Road to get this guy in.
Well, chance to repopulate pretty well after that sucker in round 1. Okay, so that's Jane Pool. She can sacrifice herself to take something from the discard pile. There is a Daisy. She's the only lady, I think.
Yeah, takes lady from the discard pile, and now the only one is Daisy. Which probably not here for the ability, right?
I'm guessing not. But if there was Caitlyn, maybe.
And a card in Shadows, so probably not Mira, because Mira is dead, but he does keep 2 gold.
Yeah, unless he has nothing in hand and he's thinking, okay, maybe at some point I'll get summoned in this game. That would be pretty sad for him. Now, if it is Hired Assassin, could just take that card out, but of course he has limited gold here, and we'll see what he does with it. So how much does
Hired Assassin cost to bring out of Shadows? 1 or 2?
I think it's 2.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, the gold is really bad for Targaryen now, I think. No extra icon.
Dupe of Viserys. Maybe just to absorb claim at this point.
So how much cards does he have in hand? You probably also don't want to throw that much away for reserve.
Yeah, but exchange has a reserve. I think he has 8, right? So. Yeah.
So he just marshals one of Hired Assassins. And that's a King's Road.
It's a high road, right?
Yeah, high road, sorry. That's what I meant. So now the consuming flame that we know is in hand is free.
Yeah. Of course, not this round because of Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the strength is set, the crossing is not going to affect it. Everyone has 3 in the first and in the last challenge. It's an interesting thing. So you're basically saying, okay, I don't want the minus, and I still want the crossing bonus to gain power, but I'm sacrificing the plus in the third challenge, which some crossing decks use for a huge strength challenge, right? To get a superior claim or something.
Yeah, and it works here as well, but sometimes it's a useful plot, right?
Yeah, and we saw at Stahleck a lot of Targaryen in the field, so...
Yeah, and it also cancels out the negative from the crossing, which sometimes could be a benefit just to force the defender not have the big unopposed challenges with 1 strength characters that go to 0. Choose this reducer for the claim. And there is another I am no one.
Well, that's big, that keeps his hand very filled always. And of course makes it much easier to do the third challenge as well. Although I guess there's not going to be any surprises from Targaryen now. With 0 gold anyway.
The Rogan out for entry.
So this is the crossing challenge. And the Viserys opposes.
Yeah, which fair enough, right? He can't win it back, so might as well not give him an extra unopposed.
And that's it. Does he have any challenges to do back or no?
No, Dennis takes Dominos.
Bad round for Targaryen, but now everything stands. Daenerys is back with her ability as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for reserve.
And the Econ is back, so you see Dennis takes a 7-1 lead, but is it going to hold?
Yeah, there wasn't any crazy power again, right? With superior claims and stuff like that. Only 1 renown. No Winter Festival as well, so...
Yeah, that's still in there somewhere.
Although to be fair, here you expect a lot of summer plots. Questionable if it hits or not.
Now you have only 5 cards in hand.
Well, difficult choice to be made. Now there is 1 crown that helps you keep the board in Star Crossing, but when you spend it, you spend it. So does he spend it here? He does spend it and he hits first snow. Well, that keeps the AC. She survives first snow anyway. And Jane Poole, but also hired Assassin and Viserys. So just Missandei goes back, and she does like to go back to hand.
Yeah, I think they discuss now. He could have played a winter festival now.
Yeah, but would that be good though?
But that would probably not be good, yeah. I don't know. I'm not hearing quite clearly what they're talking about, so I'm guessing something about winter.
Now, does he use the location? He does. Wants more gold. You know, there is at least a Lisono. We can see the hand now a little bit, so Lisono still there. Ooh, the big Regal.
Yeah. And
Pinch.
he starts pinch. Just chooses not to bother with it.
Maybe there is one in shadows. Okay, so Dennis has to go first this time. Just marshalling the charge against first now.
Yeah. Now you have to discard 2 cards for the Amber Loyalist trigger now when he goes to hand, but you can also get 2 back the next round if you marshal him again.
Yeah, that could be a good deal. And he's drawn a bit with insight. Okay, so Dennis is just calculating. That's not a card in shadows.
He has 7 gold to work with and 2 reducers still standing. He spent 2 for the poor fellows, but that leaves him with 4 now, so that leaves him with 3. Can't use the reducer location as the hard to grow on the poor fellows, so if you marshal something else.
Well, something is coming.
Another armory. That's pretty good on the personal run. Get to reuse characters that stay in. And now, okay situation, right? 4 characters will survive. And he brings small folk mob out of shadows.
So it wasn't Mira.
Yeah, that's, I think, a pretty good card to include in these decks to defend against personal, actually. You use up one of the ones that would be returned and get a pretty strong body.
Yeah, he had also some chance of even paying for it here if he didn't... Oh, actually no, he's down to 3. Okay.
He's down to 3 and probably, I mean, possibly wants to play some events as well.
Yeah, Sansa's was going to hand.
Yeah, and with this deck having some kill effect, right? You would expect her strength to decrease more and more. Although now you will have to kill small folk mob for military claim, right? Because all the other characters can be chosen because of the crown.
Yeah, and Regal is there, so Regal stands Daenerys.
Yeah, so
He
stands himself and then stands Daenerys as well, right?
Yeah, well, stands Daenerys and then stands himself. Yeah, so
oh yeah, sure.
One time he can do that, so yeah, it's impossible to defend against that, really. Although Dennis is first, so he can do his challenges. Let's see, so he's losing a King's Road, he has plenty of Beacon and a Wolf in the Night. That's an event that gives renown and plus strength to a star character that is attacking alone. Actually, the plus strength not that bad when there's Consuming Flames. But okay, loses that for the Amber Loyalist. So he can try to do his challenges now. Consuming Flames is not going to hurt him that much because of the crown. And he can get some power if Comm wants to do his challenges back. Because I think Regal works only when attacking. But
yeah, and
he has other plans now with Daenerys.
The only way to play Consuming Flames now would be to use up the high road, right? And I think you'd probably want to save that for the round that it would matter more, right?
Well, it's a top 10 search, so let's see if he's found anything. He's found the Mother of Dragons. So that lets Daenerys participate without kneeling or without having to kneel her in a challenge where you have a participating dragon. At the moment that's just one. The other dragon, so Viserion, the 7 cost is pretty decent. It reduces basically everyone's strength to 0 on the Stark side. Although they don't care that much about defending, do they? You're mostly nailed by that point. Okay, so Mother of Dragons stays now because Daenerys says if that card is still in play and not attached to Daenerys, then return it to your hand at the end of the phase, but it is attached to Daenerys.
So Daenerys initiates a power challenge with Daisy. She is at 3 strength currently, so 2 for the first challenge. Takes it back.
Yeah, looking at his hand, so he must have some events. Okay, what's coming? What can you play for 1 gold? Another I am no one. But that's not going to be played on Daisy, is it? You can play that on Giant Pool, I guess.
Yeah, so goes just back to the original plan.
So Daisy is strength 2 in this challenge, right? So you can play Consuming Flames, but it's not going to take her out of the game.
Let's play Nightmares.
Nightmares is the weird looking event, which means she goes to strength, well, -1 I guess, but strength 0 really. So doesn't need to bother about this challenge at all. If Dennis has another Wolf in the Night, then he could, with Wolf in the Night, he could actually bring the strength above 0 again, and she would gain renown from that card, but yeah, doesn't bother. Actually, there is no power to steal on the faction card at the moment, so that's why just doing power first. And the military... At the moment, the situation with the crown, of course, works both ways. So on the board, there is Hired Assassin and Viserys that cannot be killed. So he's leaving the big military challenge for the third one. Just checking how Daenerys can participate. So So she has 5 and Regal has how much? 6, 7?
8.
8. Oof. Okay. So if he does a big third challenge with military, then one of them will have to be killed, either Daenerys or Regal at the moment. So he's doing a bit of aggro here, is Dennis. No stealth, unfortunately. There's Mira, there's Arya. Usually in these decks, but not at the moment.
Military for 6, 9, 12.
Yeah, so you could still defend, right? With both of them. But then your round kind of fizzles. Still get 2 challenges actually on attacking, but
So he didn't use the armory to put Daisy in. She would get some
well,
plus
Daisy
strength.
yeah, but she doesn't have renown. That's what I wanted to also.
Yeah, but if he wanted really to push this through, but I think he has enough. Okay, so here comes the consuming flames. The problem is, oh, Miss Sunday
Yeah,
comes in as well.
but we know, yeah, there's Missandei from the first snow still in hand, and now that really doesn't work out.
Yeah, so can't kill any of the little guys with this because they cannot leave play. You can play it on them, but they cannot leave play. So plays it on small folk mob that it, at least in theory, can leave play, although it doesn't reduce its strength to 0. And now...
Well, even if... Yeah, I mean, he wins power on the... power military on the attack anyway, so small folk mob will have to be killed either way.
So wanted to claim the hired assassin, but he cannot because of the crown, so has to take Missandei really, or Daenerys or Regal, but surely Missandei.
And really now, yeah, they're discussing if you can take a dupe.
Yeah, so can choose Viserys for claim, he cannot leave play. Would be nice, that's why the dupe is there, presumably. I don't think does Targ crossing play any attachments? I don't think so.
Not Dennis's version, no. Or at least I don't think so. The one that I saw didn't have any attachments.
Okay, so he's triggered the poor fellows, and Comm has decided to give him cards. So either he's worried that Dennis will get to 15 before he can kill the poor fellows, or he doesn't think he can kill them for the rest of the game.
What I wanted to say earlier, consuming flames actually works until the end of the phase, right?
Yes.
So I think it makes sense to play it on small folk mob, because now that's not gonna be able to defend anything, even if it manages to survive somehow. And everything else is so weak.
Yeah, Dennis is not going to use the armor here, so here comes Regal stand.
Yeah, but of course.
The only character that can be killed is killed. Here come the other challenges, so he's going to have a good round here. 8-2 at the moment, but it's getting closer.
No renown on Dani right now, so she has renown from Drogon, right?
Yes.
Does Regal give her anything?
No, just the stand.
Which is fair enough.
Oh, it's the loyalist that could have been replayed.
Yeah. Although he did drew 2 cards from the poor fellows, so hopefully something good there.
Yeah, with giving him power for poor fellows, that would be 10. So he's within a round, let's say, of being able to actually win. But then if you give him cards, you give him chances to draw useful stuff that can help him win anyway. But look, it's 7-5 now. And the crown is spent. Does he have anything else to reduce the board beside first snow? Although at the moment he has the Daenerys and the Regal that are pretty dominant, but I think...
Yeah, but now... Yeah, now probably Dennis plays the high risk, right? He can actually keep his whole board. And Targaryen loses one of the big ones, probably the dragon. One of the small ones.
And this is not open decklist, so the players are guessing a little bit. And it's the Harris into close call. Close call will draw an additional card. Danish initiative. Does he want to go first or second? I guess with this board, with the crazy stand, now it doesn't make sense to go second.
Well, some of the stands going away, right? And chooses Miss Sunday, of course.
Daenerys, of course, can search for another dragon, always. And let's see, does he keep Viserys or does he... Well, he could, in theory, keep Rhaegal instead of Daenerys, but that's not happening, so... Is it going to be Viserys or the assassin? Viserys is kept. And Rhaegal goes to the bottom, so that's one copy that Daenerys search will not find. And he has the location still with the summer plot now, so lots of gold. Of course.
Yeah. She's always in hand, right?
Yeah. One in hand, one in the discard pile, and one will be in hand when needed, right?
So I am slightly biased towards Targ here, but Micha actually hates both Targ and Targaryens though.
So Greyjohn comes into play.
A bit late, his reaction doesn't work, but he still has Intimidate and a pretty good strength.
Ooh, and the Recon. Daenerys does search, so Recon can get her.
Yes.
Keeps 2 gold. And both armor is still there, hasn't used them yet. And Comm is now looking, so he knows this is the threat that can happen with 2 gold. There is I am no one as well, but 2 copies have been played, so that's unlikely. And I don't know how many of these he has, maybe just the 1 or 2 wolves.
I had this event in my crossing deck for melee as well, and I found that every time you discard one or play one, then people keep looking at it in the discard pile, checking how it works.
So there is a lot of gold now. If he has another dragon, he can just marshal it here. Lisono still there, hasn't seen play all game.
To be fair, if the cards that you give the opponent for exchange don't see play, you've done a good job picking the bad ones.
Well, there's another dragon. What's the strength situation? Poor fellows and Giant Pool are in trouble. And Recon. Yeah, that was... If he had the crown now, it would be brilliant, but...
he would have to then wait for the nearest trigger after Drogon trigger. Although he can survive without it as well. Right now.
Now those poor fellows, if they had power on them, right, you were going to kill them, that would be much better. Of course, maybe he didn't have Drogon at the time when he was making that decision. Or maybe Dennis would be on 9 now and can start attacking and see what happens. Here comes the search. Okay, Recon takes that. Faction card is knelt.
Yeah, maybe should have waited, because he doesn't need necessarily something now to survive. And do a military challenge and a trigger after that. So then essentially it's a military challenge. That's 4 strength.
Yeah, not enough to intimidate anything huge here.
No.
So he has the high road still, or again, and some gold. Can't quite burn Greyjohn though, unless you have a Dracarys. He has a Consuming Flames. That puts him on 1 at the moment. But he'll go back to 2 after the challenge, so Drogon won't get him.
Yeah, and Old Billbone that actually wins now.
Okay, so Jane Paul will do Intrigue. They season 3, right? Yeah, so Greyjohn can stand with the Northern Armory and then try to intimidate Drogon before he can do stuff. I don't know if Waking the Dragon is in the deck though. That just ruins that plan completely. But let's see, so the power situation is 8 on defense for Targaryen. So you would need to win by 18 to intimidate Drogon because he has strength 10. You would need to win with 18 strength. So hypothetically, Northern Armory on both characters and attack with everyone, I don't know.
Wait, what? how you would need to attack with 18 strength.
Well,
If you attack with
defense intrigue, so there's that.
Yeah.
That's you need less now. They have 6, right? Daenerys and Viserys. So if you attack with 16, then you can intimidate Drogon with Greyjohn. Spend the armory. And this character, so Daisy is currently on 3, and on the crossing challenge she would be 5. And Greyjohn is 2, plus 3 also would be, plus 2 is 4. So that's 9. He would need, the poor fellows, they can add him 6, that's 15. He would need to spend the other armory and attack with Jane Poole as well. That would just about do it. Then he intimidates Drogon and concedes Daenerys' challenge. Yeah, so he still has -3, does Greyjohn.
I did also assume that it's until the end of the phase, until the end of the challenge, but it's just because usually it's played on the characters that die anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so gives up on trying to intimidate.
Which is interesting because theoretically he does have enough if he attacks with absolutely everything, and then of course that's 3 characters that survive additionally. So now it's not enough to win by 10, right? He wins by 9, does he? So he can intimidate Daenerys, although her title is still there.
Yeah, she can get a power challenge, but she can participate in a military with a dragon.
Which can give her renown, I guess, but now everything getting killed again.
Yeah.
I think this was avoidable, possibly. Dennis is still on 9, so he would have been on... he would be on 9 or on 8 now anyway, even if poor fellows had power on them. So got some extra cards there, because Comm wasn't sure whether poor fellows could be killed or not. And now Greyjohn is there all alone. Against the massive board, and Harris is already gone. Now Drogon is also... no, he was just marshaled,
He's
right?
staying,
So he's staying.
actually, yeah, he's marshaled.
Oof, okay.
Dennis reveals you win or you die, which means there is no passing the black gate, which is sometimes the restricted card for crossing.
And another exchange.
Another exchange.
You win or you die does win initiative.
So now here actually Dennis puts pinch, sees by the guard in the location pile and gives him the other attachment. And I think it's Breaker of Chains, right?
So that's
Gives him a Freedman.
when attached character attacks, you can put a character with printed cost 2 or lower, I think, into play from your hand.
I don't know if he wanted to give him Season instead. I think he probably preferred Breaker of Chains anyway.
Well, at this point, there's still an armory that hasn't been used, so... Question is, can he draw magically enough answers here to get to 15 while he is first player? He has to claim.
Yeah, draws 4 cards.
So, to claim power, crossing, superior claim, you know, the usual. It can theoretically happen. Well, it's an intrigue icon. Yeah, her ability is not going to matter.
Yeah, I don't think it matters here.
I wonder if Dennis even knows the ability. Does he ever trigger that? I guess he has superior claim in this comparison.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't shuffle his deck, that's the problem. It goes to the bottom. He rarely shuffles.
Shuffles with, I guess there's some of those Bear Island scouts that shuffle.
Now has he drawn another character? He could do with one more.
Well, it should be mostly events and characters left now.
I Actually, we can see his hand a little bit. Was there a small folk mob there?
So he still has all the gold, yeah.
Yeah, it's plenty.
Marshall Small John.
Okay, he's getting weaker, but he does have printed renown.
He changes his mind, I guess. He would be at 2 now, I think. It's around 5, so 4 revealed plots. Or 4 used plots.
Wanted to do a reducer before that.
Yeah.
Maybe needs it to absorb some claim soak at some point. Then that's another small folk mob there. And he keeps the gold, so maybe. Yeah, so Dennis has put a different card into shadows because he was clumsy and wanted to put a small folk mob. If he put something that didn't even have shadow into shadows, okay, happens. That would be a fun way to lose if you try to then put small folk mob into play and see that it's an illegal card in the final round. It is the final round, by the way. Time is, I don't know if it has expired or it's about to.
Yeah, the video is at 56 minutes, I think. It's a bit behind, but still. It's almost for sure the last round.
Well, so Dennis has kept 1 gold, and he's nailed the reducer, so must have something to spend it on probably. Otherwise, even the reducer is not useless because it goes to 3 strength.
This is Khal Drogo, right?
Yes. So which version is it?
I would assume the
core
core one, yeah. Not really see any reason. And the higher assassin kills the small folk mob, alright.
Okay. So there was not enough gold to just play it here. Had to bring it in through shadows. That's could be important because if the plan was to do intrigue with Villa, then you could sack her. You have a big character, chance to do the crossing on the power challenge. Maybe he still can, because Targaryen is weak on the power icons. Has been all game basically. Oh, and he does have
another one. Not sure if it's that important here, but still alright.
Well, he can keep Villa.
Leaves Villa for the last challenge. Makes her at 4 strength and attacks with 1 strength now and no threat of any burn right now because there's no gold left and the high road has been spent.
Has Daenerys triggered yet? She hasn't.
No.
Yeah, just calculating probably if he can deal with the power challenge. Needs to finish this round ahead, so can't let the crossing challenge go through, especially not at 2 claim. It's going to be difficult to recover. Although if Dennis spends his entire board to do that, then you are free to do unopposed back. There is renown on Daenerys and on Khal Drogo.
Yeah, but there's gonna be some intimidate, right?
Oh yes, you can't let Greyjohn win challenges, that's true. He had 1 nightmares this game on Daisy. At one time, that could have been so good in a number of rounds. Okay, so he's not going to leave Stefano posed. But he's going to lose, and that gives Denis insight. Chance to draw superior claim.
Yeah. Can't quite see what he draws.
I've never seen Denis play a game without having superior claim, so this would be a first.
That's a military challenge with strength 5.
Does he spend Drogon? Can spend Khal Drogo and All Be Bone, but that really is giving up on the power challenge.
Could just defend with All Be Bone and kill him, but then one power icon gets intimidated anyway.
Fully defending. Oh, and puts the Daenerys in, okay.
In
But
to get an extra renown.
is there any
He could still...
reason why he didn't trigger Daenerys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rhaegal, right? I think. Or Viserion. Maybe he's waiting.
So for the last challenge he would have 8 and 7 from this guy. It's 15, right?
Yeah, and the defense is 10. 11 with Viserys, so... Okay, it's enough to stop superior claim if you kneel your entire board, but then what are you doing? You need to find the Rhaegal, I think, after that. Could he leave it unopposed? Leave himself at least one renowned guy to attack back.
Yeah, maybe defend with the 1 strength guy with Viserys. I think now with double claim, renown, crossing, and superior claim, it would put him to 15, but...
Yeah, didn't play superior claim, so doesn't have it.
Didn't play, so doesn't have it, yeah. I guess the first game.
13-5, so Denis is done. The question is, can Comm now come back? I think, are we missing something? So there's no barring the gates, no blank on Daenerys.
There was one more for inside.
If he could trigger Daenerys, find the Rhaegal, win a challenge with Rhaegal, stand Daenerys, and does power with her, right? Has Drogo there with renown. It's not going to be 3 unopposed because Villa's still there, but 2 unopposed he could get.
2 unopposed, power claim, and 1 renown, 2 renown. Could give him 5 power.
Yeah, but it's not taking Denis down to 10.
Yeah. Get to 12.
To be honest, even the title... Well, okay. It's giving her some renown. He's going to do challenges. Denis doesn't have anything left. Spend the armories. Time has expired. So Denis looks like he's going to win on time. It's a little embarrassing for him, but okay, fair enough.
I think it's pretty impressive. This is a very harsh matchup, right? With all the one strength guys
But
against the
so
big dragon.
this is core Drogo, which we're guessing, we can't see from the alt art if it is or not, then he can do an additional military challenge, and still has the Daenerys trigger that he looks like he's not going to do unless we missed it somehow. So that's it, he concedes, and Daenerys takes it 12-9.
I didn't trigger any, but not sure if there's anything.
Yeah. So that's round 1. We have more videos for you to come, so we'll say our goodbye here, and hopefully you'll join us for the following rounds as well.